All right. Good morning. Morning, Joe.
Good morning, sir.
How are you?
I am well. How are you?
Man, I'm so glad to see you, buddy. Where the hell have you been? What are you doing all these days? Are you sitting around the pool just with a drink in your hand? Are you working on your suntan?
Well, they ran out of umbrellas for my drink, so I had to come back to work. So.
Listen, Raylene's going to be in here any second, but I'm glad you walked in. Quite frankly, I actually forgot something. I which is rare. I forgot that you and I were going to do a thing this morning.
Yeah, you set this date up, man.
I did.
So I'm telling you.
I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on, if it's my old age or what, but I'm glad you're here. Joe Altsworth, our deputy fire chief. Am I saying that? I'm losing track of all the titles of all of you guys now.
Yeah, that
Is that still the case?
It does. It is.
You're the deputy fire chief.
Yep.
And how long have you held that post here in the beautiful Granite City?
I'm coming on to 14 years now.
Holy shit! Really?
Yeah.
You have been. I know because I just know you. You've been one crazy busy dude.
Yeah, we've been picking up a lot of ambulance calls. Been dealing with the heat. Been dealing with some bringing back the community barbecue, the flag, code enforcement is right into it. You know, vacant buildings, you name it. We've been doing it. So
take everything out of it. Take everything away. You'd still be busy.
Yeah.
You'd still be busy.
Human error keeps me busy.
Sure.
As a paramedic, I would continue to have a job. So.
Your staff is, shall we say, first of all, they're busting ass.
Yeah, those guys are really giving it their all. We're full staff now, which is great. Thank you, very thankful.
Yes.
The guys are really putting the best foot forward. They're really, getting down to it. They've been busy. The heat really taxes them, but they're troopers and they're really professionals.
What are you saying to your staff, who's obviously aware? I mean, they know when it's this hot. You got to stay hydrated, take care of yourself. Go easy. Recognize the signs of heat exhaustion. But you have to put out like a daily memo to everybody. You have to get on the bullhorn every morning and scream at everyone. Don't forget. No. And they know.
It's part of their regiment. They're watching the weather. They know what's going to come up. We're not going to schedule some hard trainings, in 90+ degree weather.
Sure.
The last thing I need to do is, smoke them during a training session, and then they get a fire job that,
sure.
It's going to just whack them. So,
sure.
We kind of structure the day so that it's, consistent, but they get the job done and without really taxing them. So.
Mark Bosma, talk to me about Mark, who he is, what he does.
So Mark is the public information officer for the Department of Health. And so basically he puts out the memos to emergency management and first responders in the community about threats and bad weather and what's up with that. And he's the information guy. So he provides information to the communities where where you can get vaccinated or where you can get cooling shelter, or in the wintertime we have the warming shelters and stuff like that. So.
Sure. I'm guessing he's been a busy guy as well, especially with this heat. This is crazy.
Yeah, I mean this is just a good old fashioned summer.
That's right.
Like we used to have. I mean, we get 90-degree heat.
Is this global warming, Joe?
It's above my pay.
Come on over.
Above my pay grade.
Yeah.
So, no, I think it's just normal.
Wait a second,
normal.
Joe. Are you saying this is global warming?
I did not say that. Don't get me on that record. Whatever you do. But
so you are saying this is global warming?
I can't tell you. It reminds me when I was a kid. Let's put it that way. So we've had some 90-degree heat. We get it in the summertime. It's good for the corn.
Yeah.
And the vegetables love it. As long as we keep hydrated, just like we do our bodies, and we'll be good.
And this is a time when we need to remind ourselves to just double check on our neighbors, especially if they're elderly or handicapped or what have you. Just double check on them, make sure they're all right, because we're tapping the grid. There's a lot of people that are either backing off air conditioning or folks that just don't have it all together. And we need to make sure they're all right.
Yeah, the heat really takes its toll on the elderly, and we have a very high percentage of the elderly population, especially here in the city of Barrie. So, they're on a fixed income. They may not have an AC.
Right.
They may be shut in, and that's important to go in and check on them because they slip through the cracks and God forbid something happens to them. I mean,
right.
Some of them have family that don't live in the area, so it really needs to, we need to reach out and, check on them. Kids are another thing.
Yeah,
kids are susceptible to heat, and we really need to make sure that, they stay hydrated, and, some shade's great, a fan. If you got an extra fan and you have an old person that's next door and doesn't have a fan, you know what? Pay it forward.
Yeah.
Give it to them. It's just the right thing.
It's the right thing to do.
Yep.
Yeah, Lily was impacted by the heat big time. Wasn't feeling well all day yesterday. As a matter of fact, missed out on gymnastics and day camp. So it's real. I mean, these kids are going at a different pace. I mean, they're just hardcore.
We need to listen to our bodies too. I mean, if you're starting to feel crampy or nauseous, it's really important. It's have you had enough water?
Yeah.
Stay away from the soda. Stay away from the beer. That carbonated beverages just doesn't do anything for you.
Well, Raylene was saying the other day that beer is hydration. I mean, come on.
It's a form of hydration, but during the heat, we really should stick to alternating between water and some good Gatorade to replace some of those nutrients,
electrolytes, and all that fun stuff.
But it's really in moderation, and make sure when in doubt, take a drink.
Right.
You really can gauge whether you're hydrated by two ways. One, by the color of your urine, it should be clear.
That's right.
Or two, a quick way is to look at somebody's tongue. If you look at their tongue and it looks like a crocodile, they haven't been drinking enough.
Wow.
If it's nice and smooth and watery, you know what? Guess what? They've had enough. So, I mean, that's just two ways. As a paramedic, I gauge. I'll ask, how you been peeing, and stick out your tongue. And it's not to give me a raspberry. It's to say I want to look at your tongue to see how hydrated you are.
And I'm guessing you've had a few calls for heat exhaustion, dehydration, all that fun stuff.
We haven't had too many. We've been very lucky lately. We have set up a long-standing agreement with the Barrie Integrated Faith Group and the library.
Yep.
Who Lauren has been great. She opens up the facility for people to have a cooling station there.
Yep.
So it's a great asset that we utilize, and you know what? And in the wintertime, we do the reverse. We use it as a warming shelter.
Shelter. Right.
You have access to some great books. You have some internet there, and the people are top notch.
Let's be honest. We're a bunch of thick-blooded Yankees up here. We're not accustomed to this kind of heat.
Yeah, no, I mean we have extra insulation, and we're not our blood is thicker than the Southerners, so we're not acclimated to the heat. So it really takes a toll on us. The tiredness. When you stop sweating, you really need to pay attention. You've gone over the threshold.
That's interesting. I forgot about that one. If you're not sweating so much, right.
Yeah, the tank is running on empty, and you got to top it off.
I was pulling out the Japanese bamboo, the knotweed there in the backyard, and I was just putting down the water hardcore. I had the big jug going. I kept refilling it all day, hammering away at it, sweating like a pig. Never had to pee.
Wow,
what's that tell you?
That's a problem. Yeah,
what?
Because as you breathe, you perspire. You're laying off. So if you breathe on the mirror, you can see that fog that happens.
Right.
That's water coming out of your body.
Which is good.
It is, but then again, how do you replenish that in there? So
sure. So does that mean that I was just sweating? The water was going in and it was coming out through my pores?
Yep. You were evaporating it off, and.
So you should always be drinking to the point where you need to pee.
Yeah. I mean, roughly you process urine about 6 or 8 ounces an hour.
Okay.
So 6 or 8 ounces is like a small, orange juice glass.
All right.
So that's what you should produce out. It should be clear in color.
All right.
As you get darker, it taxes your kidneys, so you're really damaging your kidneys. So you really need to think, okay, is that blood or is that sugar or what am I peeing out? So
Interesting.
Yep.
Let's also mention we talked about staying hydrated, checking on your neighbors, making sure that they're okay, and your friends, even if they don't live right next to you. Just if you know someone that's elderly or disabled in any way, pick up the phone, shoot them a message, make sure they're okay. Let's also mention leaving animals in vehicles.
yeah,
And kids.
yeah, we did a segment on that and how hot a vehicle gets, and it's staggering how hot quickly it gets.
In seconds.
Yeah, and we were only 7-10 minutes, and we were drenched in sweat together.
You and I did that a couple of years ago. WCAX came down and shot it.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
And they had us all plugged in. Nick Copping and the rest of them. They had us all plugged into the monitors.
See what it reacts to your body, and and we had a heat thermometer in there, and it was like 120 degrees within like 10 or 15 minutes.
Yeah,
and
right.
Just imagine baking in that. Just a human body. Now, add your pet who's got a layer of fur, and
yeah, it's beyond insane.
Yeah.
I mean, it's beyond wrong. It's and this heat wave, it's not just impacting Vermont. I mean, it's everywhere. Look at what's going on in Europe right now. I mean, just in England, in the UK alone, but it's this Southwest. I mean, everywhere. It's just sweeping the nation here. So it's not just pets. It's kids also. I mean,
it's never just a few minutes. Just remember that you always have something comes up, or somebody wants to say hi, or or the bank transaction didn't go through, and oh my God, I forgot. Now it's 15-20 minutes later.
Sure.
And just don't do it. Just don't do it. It's not worth it.
All right. Thank you for sneaking in here. Before we let you go, and Raylene comes in here, what's going on with the community-wide picnic? What's happening?
So we're bringing it back in conjunction with the police department, and we've decided that we're going to bring back the community picnic in association with National Night Out, which is August 2nd. It's going to be down at Courier Park, like it always has been. It's going to be from 5 o'clock. I'm sorry, let's read that. Yeah, 5 o'clock to like 7 o'clock.
And what is it called?
It's our community picnic where we serve your burgers and dogs, and you can touch a truck and you can meet the firemen. There's going to be a Dunkin' booth. A race car is going to be there, and it's basically just a get together and a safe environment for families and people to go to. And
August 2nd.
August 2nd.
Courier Park. And who's doing it? Barry City?
Barry City Police Department and the Fire Department are a sponsor, and we're doing it in conjunction with National Night Out.
This is great.
Yep. So we have hot dogs and hamburgers. I got this big, huge grill, and we'll have our tent set up, and come on down and enjoy the time out. Let the kids run through the grass, and
who's the guy with the fire hose that was so famous
Gary.
My God, that guy. I mean, listen, the pictures of that cheeky grin on his face during that shot. It was so cool, and I think Shannon Alexander grabbed that picture. But is Gary going to be there?
Gary is retired.
Whoa.
Yeah. He's been with the department for many, many years.
And Bill Haynes.
Billy Haynes, retired. So they will not be there this year.
Okay. They might be there enjoying a burger.
They may bring their children.
Interesting. Okay. It's wonderful. Always recruiting. Always looking for new staff members, paramedics, EMTs, and the such.
The call force. So we have a call force. It's not much right now, but we're always looking for individuals that are looking to become trained as a firefighter. The training is for free. You do get paid a stipend, hourly stipend, to attend trainings, and you must put in an application and pass a background check, and be able to, have a driver's license is important.
Sure.
The call force primarily backs up and provides assistance to the full-time staff.
Okay.
The trainings are available to you. You can become a firefighter. You can become a certified EMT. There's a lot of that stuff. But yeah, we always have room on our staff for the call force.
All right. Thank you for coming in.
Absolutely.
You'll come in again soon.
I will definitely try. You have to beat me up on that. So
We're watching your public service announcements. What's coming down the pipe from emergency management? What's coming down the pipe from Berry City Police and Fire and you very carefully. So if I get anything from you, consider it shared on the
I
Aired Out.
appreciate that. I would like to talk a little bit about COVID and what's happening. So we're kind of like in a regression right now. Transmission levels are low, but the BA.5 variant is definitely more transmittable and a little nasty. But being vaccinated, early detection, so testing. Ask if you don't have access to testing, make sure you get a hold of your primary care. But you also can go to pharmacies and get a test.
Okay.
And they are working on being able to pharmacies to prescribe Paxlovid, which will help boost your immunity and lessen the symptoms and severity.
Okay.
So it's very important that don't ignore those. Sore throat, runny nose, lethargy, not feeling like you just don't feel right. It's like a cold.
Yeah. Joe Biden's got it right now.
I'm sorry?
Joe Biden's got it right now.
He does, yes. President Biden does have COVID, and he's having those similar symptoms. But he has been double vaccinated and boosted.
That's right.
So, and he's running his course of the antiviral.
Okay.
And that's going to help keep people out of the hospital. And it's not a matter of I'm immune, because that's not going to happen.
Sure.
It's just a matter of lessening the severity.
Yep.
And reducing the amount of people that are getting into the hospital, because when you get over the edge and really get into some of those symptoms, being comorbidities, diabetes, heart disease, kidney disease, stuff like that, where your body's already compromised.
Yeah.
That's when it's opportunistic. A virus's main mission in life is to find a host and reproduce. That's it.
Yeah.
How do I survive? And
Yeah.
so it's important that we're going to live with this for a while.
Yeah.
And we need to just know if you're sick, stay home. Don't get somebody else sick, because you know what? That one person may be that minority that gets really, really sick.
Right.
So it's very important. So I think I just strongly urge everybody to remain boosted and vaccinated. If you haven't, they have new vaccines coming out now.
Yeah.
That'll enable that. If you need a test, you can go to Vermont.gov. You can go to the feds and the CDC, and they'll send you tests.
Okay.
So it's very accessible with minimal impact, and to have it on hand is important.
All right. That's good to know. You're either going to be in here again soon, or we're going to call you. But either way, I want to get you back on pretty soon.
Okay. You let me know, and you tackle me, and
all right, pal.
I'll try to get in here, all right?
Thank you, my man.
Everybody be safe.
Be safe. Joe Aldsworth, our deputy chief right here in the Granite City. All right, Raylene, where's Raylene? Is she here? Yep. She is here? We have a lot to talk about. Veggie Van Gogh, by the way, don't forget. I think it started just a short time ago at the Barry Auditorium, and that's going to be going on. Thank you, Joe. Till what is it? 11 o'clock, Raylene?
10:30.
10:30.
9 to 10:30.
All right, 9 to 10:30. So, hi. I forgot that I had invited Joe in here because
I'm not surprised. You forget everything.
Because I wanted to talk with him about the heat and everything, and I think it's important. I think it's really important. You're running a little late this morning. You had problems getting your Git on and your click. Your Git. Hold on, I'll get it right.
I don't know what
it's
the
your
hell
Git, it's
you're
your
talking
Git
about.
In the click. It's a Git in the click.
I said the other day
that you're having problems with getting your click.
that I had a hitch in my Get Along.
All right.
And if you weren't so Connecticut, you would know what that meant.
Ouch!
And I said I had a crick. First, I said I had a crick and it smarted. And you
Now,
said,
what the hell is that?
and you said, what?
What?
And so then I was trying to explain myself. So I said, I've got a hitch in my get along. And that just made the confusion even worse because you had no idea.
No, and that was all captured live on the air, too.
Yes, it was.
My reaction.
And
Never heard it.
I'm just going to tell you that first of all.
What the hell does Connecticut have to do with this anyway?
I proved it to you after. Are you going to tell people that I had to look up each thing?
Oh, come on.
And I had to tell you that smarted
Oh, please.
meant feel or cause a sharp stinging pain. That's what smarted means.
Never heard that before.
So I looked that up for you, and you were still like, nope,
I'm
not
still
not
no.
a thing.
I'm
not
still
a
no,
thing.
not a thing.
Yeah. That's because you're just too Connecticut. That's
Oh, my
that's why.
God, there you
know,
go
you're
again.
you're like a flatlander.
Oh, Jesus.
And so, and then, you've never said I have a crick in my neck or a crick in
No.
my back it's just like a ache, a constant ache,
All right.
a tense muscles. That's what crick is.
G says it's a thing.
It is
real-
a thing.
Is it really a thing?
Yes. And then
Well,
hitch.
hang on a second.
Look.
G's from Brooklyn.
In
How the hell would he know this?
Because he's not so far south that he's,
Oh, God.
know.
Really?
yeah,
Wow.
that he's just messed in the head.
Hey, you coming
So-
in here speaking Russian. You got a
So
crick in my
then-
crick in the...
So a hitch in my get along
Oh.
is a crick or a limp or a sudden,
Oh,
it just
please.
won't let you. What is the meaning? To have a permanent or temporary limp. Leg, hip issues. It's a thing.
Yeah.
Google it. It's not my fault that you're just like,
Whatever.
I'm just saying.
What happened? I want everyone to hear
Oh, my disaster yesterday.
what happened with you in the elevator. What's the elevator story? And I just want to. Can we just throw the disclaimer up there because I want to warn people on this.
Things like this, I swear to God, they only happen to me. I swear
Right
to
here.
God.
Content, including language, can be explicit at times. It is designed for adult audiences only. Aired out as
Who
produced
said I
live
was going to
for
cuss?
entertainment purposes, and therefore should not be held accountable for subject matter that includes unvetted factual statements. And we had to say that because of
Yep.
a couple of.
But
Bonehead.
I didn't cuss when it was happening. So,
What happened?
well, we have to start from the beginning, which is when I woke up yesterday, I felt like I had something in my eye.
Okay.
And so I flushed it out
Yeah.
with drops. And
Okay.
when I got here, it was still yucky. And every time I moved my eyes at all, it was there. And I felt like it was really bothering. And it was a little bit sore. So I flushed it out some more.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I went to leave, it was right in the way.
Okay.
And I felt like it was making me not safe to drive.
You were concerned,
Yes.
legitimately.
So I called the doctor, and we have to say, legitimately concerned because I've had a lot going on, and
With your health.
and with my MS, sometimes it can do things with the vision.
Yeah.
And so I called the doctor right away. They said I could go up. I went up. I got on the elevator.
Having a hard time seeing at this point. You're
Yes,
still having a hard
out
time.
of my right eye. Like my right eye pretty much just has a black something right there, and I can't make it go away.
I just want to warn our listeners one more time that what you're about to hear is thoroughly disgusting. Please, for those of you with weak stomachs.
So I step in
Two
the
and a half.
elevator, and this old lady she was the sweetest thing, and I shouldn't call her old. She was just older than myself.
Okay.
So I step in and I turn a little bit
Yeah.
sideways. I'm still next to the door. The button already said where we were going, and the door closes, and when it closed, it caught a piece of my purse, and I did not know.
Oh.
Until my arm and my purse were being, and I thought, and it was so little bit of my purse that obviously the elevator didn't know what happened, because it should have opened back up as soon as it caught something.
Yes.
But it literally was just like this tiny piece of the leather.
Oh my God.
But it started dragging it up. It dumped my purse all over. My purse was going up. We had to hit the stop button.
Were you going up?
No, thankfully. But we had to hit the stop button. It dropped us back down. The door opened. I got my purse. All my shit's all over. Yep, I swore. And this lady, bless her heart, never. She smiled, of course, but she didn't laugh out loud.
Right.
I would have been pissing my pants laughing. Really, I was, because that's what I do anyways when I get, especially if I get ticked. And
Sherilyn's the same way.
So, I was laughing, trying to pick up my stuff, trying to get upstairs, whatever. So I get up there, I tell the doc, he takes a quick look, doesn't see anything, and I said, I'm telling you, there's something there. I cannot see. It's hurting. It's bothering me. I cannot see.
And because
So
because I
he goes and
can't
gets-
because I can't see, my purse just got
Well, I
stuck
didn't
in
even
the
tell him that
elevator.
until
and-
after he cured me.
All right.
So he goes and gets something else, and he comes back. He puts the little droppy thing in my eye, and he looks in there. And I shit you not, I had the wing of a bug across my eyeball. Like full, right as if it was a contact on my eye. A freaking wing to a bug. And I know when it happened the night before when I was outside with the dogs. I was talking to my sister on one of those itty bitty black bugs.
Yeah.
And I swatted at it, but apparently it left a wing behind, and it placed right over my eyeball just so.
And it's stuck there.
And it's stuck there. And because I've been on such high doses of steroids
Yeah.
and not sleeping,
Right.
my eyes and everything are super dry anyways. And it literally just, it was not coming off. And I had put so much eye drops in there.
Gee, we
And
warned
still
you that
wasn't
it was
moving.
going to be disgusting.
So, he had to leave my eye open. The nurse is flushing it so that he could,
Peel the wing off?
to get the wing off with this little swabby thingy.
That is so...
And my eye still hurts. My eye is very, very sore. I feel like it's black and blue, but it's, it probably is. You just can't see a black and blue eyeball. But, who the hell does that shit happen to? Who?
You.
For the love of all things, can I just have a break?
Please, yes. Just one day where...
Seriously.
Yes. Agree. Wow.
I'm going to bubble wrap myself or something this weekend and not even go out of the house or something. I'm just not. I'll probably suffocate to death in this shit though.
See,
I'm telling you.
Poor Greg he's getting nauseous right now.
I'm sorry, honey, but I'm serious.
Look
That's
what you've done.
happened. It was crazy. Yeah.
Good morning, Kathy and Paul.
So I almost got my freaking arm ripped off. My purse dumped all over the place. And I got this wing stuck in my eye. Come on.
It's a bad day for the bug. I mean, if you're going to lose a wing, lose it some way, but not losing a wing going into someone's eyeball and dying a horrible death.
Craziness. I'm
knowing
telling
that
you.
your wing is stuck in someone's eyeball.
Well, and the little bastard probably didn't even die. He's probably just flying around with one wing. Limping around. Maybe he's got a hitch in his get along now.
Oh, my God.
A little crick.
I want to just pay our condolences to Michael Booton, who almost died last night from blood loss. He was here in the studio and was moving some things around, making some cable adjustments and whatnot, and got pricked by a nail in this desk right here, and apparently there was, according to Josh Howard, there was literally like blood in the streets. I mean, it was flowing down North Main Street.
Do you have good insurance?
I have to check the policy to see if that's
I mean,
included.
I would hope so, considering that we're right here with Justin. I hope you have fabulous insurance.
He's okay, but there was apparently a lot of blood loss. And when I saw him last night, his head was kind of kinked over to the side. And what's going on, Michael? And he says, "Well, I've lost so much blood that I can't hold my head straight up." But he's okay. He's all right.
He's going to make it.
I grabbed his hand and I looked at it, and I even got out the magnifying glass. I'm looking. There was nothing there, but apparently there was quite a bit of
mass amounts.
Yeah, I mean, look at all the red in the carpet right here. This is disgusting.
It's terrible.
Then I come in this morning to this beautiful love note from someone with the initials J.H. And I'm not sure if anybody knows J.H., but it says, it says, J.D., clean this mess. Clean this mug. This is where illness is made. If the sink is too high for you, ask for help. J.H.
I agree, Josh. I agree.
Oh, is that Josh Howard?
Of course it's Josh Howard.
See, I knew it was Josh all along.
Of course.
I don't think that's
one
bad.
Of the better ones.
Well, no, this is the mug he was talking about.
Yep, that's one of the better ones is what I'm saying.
But what's
he
bad
obviously
about that?
didn't look at the 6 out back that are just hanging out there that I haven't gotten to. Because I think at some point, what does the CW Creative one look like?
Look, well, I'm so glad you asked, Raylene, and I hope Molly's watching and listening, and Chelsea and the rest of the team over there. Spotless. Yeah. So, Josh, Michael, please kiss my ass. The winning Powerball ticket worth $366 million that was sold in Vermont weeks ago still has not been claimed.
That's not unusual. That happens a lot when there are big winners. There's a lot of ducks to get in a row. I mean, first of all, you probably want to do everything you can to make sure you're in hiding first. But there's a lot of things to get in order for just with an attorney and an accountant and getting all of that stuff done. Those things need to be, taken care of probably before you come forward. And personally, if I won, I might come forward, but I'd say I want to remain anonymous. Why would you want the entire world to know?
I wouldn't.
No.
I wouldn't. I mean, it would obviously leak. Your friends. I mean, word travels fast in Vermont. Mm-hmm. It would get leaked, and someone in the media would obviously hear
eventually
that it was Raylene Minier who just won the $366 million lottery, and they would be knocking on your door.
I'd settle for $1,000 on a scratch ticket.
I'd go
$500.
I'd go $10 right now.
I mean, come on.
10.
Yeah.
But Raylene, it's like, I understand what you're saying, and you're right. And that's all factual stuff. Mm-hmm. From an emotional standpoint, this is frustrating. This is frustrating to me. Michael, I'm sure, would join me here. Come on, dude. You got the ticket on June 29th at the Jolly Convenience Store in Middlebury. Who the hell are you?
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, please.
If you know who it is, will it change your day in any way?
No.
Then who gives a rat's ass? Who cares who it is? Is he going to write you a check for $1 million? Probably not. So who cares? If he was saying, JD, I am going to sponsor your show. I'm going to give you $500,000 a year for the next 20 years.
Sure.
Well, then, hey, we want to know who he is.
Well,
But
that's-
otherwise,
yeah.
what do we care?
By the way, the prize must be claimed by the winner within 1 year.
1 year.
1 year.
Mm-hmm.
But we know that the winner is a Vermont resident.
How? It was sold in Vermont. That doesn't mean they're a Vermont resident.
Well, according to the media,
Who's
it's a
always
Vermont,
right.
The media is always right, of course, that it is a Vermont resident,
Yeah.
and they are going to be required to pay state income tax on the prize money.
Yeah.
So there you have it. That's one of the.
They probably use the people at the store probably already know. They probably back their cameras up to see who bought that ticket.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
You know.
you're right. Yeah, you're right. By the way, I just want to say right now, Greg Forbes, a.k.a. G, Rainbow Bridge Community Center, right here, North Main Street, Barrie.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that plug? Did you hear that plug? He's going to be on the air soon with us. We're going to sneak him back, probably by telephone, which, as you can see, I'm not able to do this morning. But he will be with us.
Why aren't you? What did you do?
I can't get the thing on the. I can't get
The thingamajig into the thingamabob.
I can't get the crick in my jig along.
Oh, you keep trying, babe.
But
You
we're
keep
gonna
trying.
We're gonna get him on. G, just be patient with us. We're gonna get you on. And I also want to thank Michael Booten and Josh Howard last night for emptying the trash and getting that all together here in the building because,
Oh, they did that for you?
admittedly, it was pretty bad. It was
Well,
pretty
I
bad.
closed up the bag the other day, and then I saw that you just started putting trash on top of the closed bag instead of, you know. It's
Hot
just
and-
like at home.
Hot and humid today.
It's just like at home.
76 degrees.
I can take that bitch
the
out of the can, set it
daytime
next
high.
to the door, and my kid will step over it to get outside. It's just like at home.
The thunderstorms yesterday were in some towns not
Horrendous.
Yeah, horrendous, and in other towns not so much. I was disappointed. So was Lily. I kept telling Lily, buckle up, the storms are coming. The storms are coming, and we had pretty much nothing but sunshine. But then coming into Barrie this morning, I see a lot of gravel in the road and there's some washout. It was so. What happened in Barrie?
I'm not sure. I know the parking lot at the Southbury post office flooded. I saw some pictures of some pretty significant damage.
Yeah.
Around the state. Some
Yeah.
people that have.
Some flashing was pulled off the building right next to us here from the
Wow.
wind. Apparently, there was some pretty good amount of wind.
Yeah. I did not get that. I got a lot of thunder and lightning. The
Yeah.
lightning was fierce.
Right.
The wind picked up, and it rained for maybe 2-3 minutes, and that was it. It really amounted to nothing, but it was enough to spoil concerts in the park.
Sure,
But
yeah.
they are going to reschedule that concert, which is
Okay.
really nice because usually that wouldn't happen. Usually it wouldn't get rescheduled. It would just bump to the next one.
Right.
But this one is going to get, and they tried. I mean, they hung out for a while, and the second shower just brought too much rain,
much,
and
yeah.
it was just too much for the equipment and stuff.
I saw the pictures.
Yeah, so they are going to reschedule that. So that'll be good.
We have partly cloudy skies today, 86 degrees, so it is going to be hot. Tonight, look at this. Does it get it? It was, it was 70 degrees last night. 70. I love that. Tonight, look at this. Clear skies, 61 degrees.
It was 70 with a dew point of 69%, though.
Love that.
It was too humid.
Do you know what that? I'm not kidding. Okay, people are okay. JD's kidding. I'm not kidding. Do you know what that? Do you know what I do when it's like that?
What?
I'm out on the patio, either completely butt-ass naked. No,
God.
stop. No, listen, we're all human.
You always got to talk about you being naked. Every day you find a way to get in naked.
Gee, help me out. We're all human here, all right? If it's that nice
are.
outside and the stars are out and it's that warm, I'm on the patio butt-ass.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
You'd be on the patio butt ass anytime.
maybe underwear, but that's only if it's like wintertime. But it's going to be a beautiful night. Clear skies, 61. Tomorrow, look at this, 90 degrees and sunny tomorrow.
That's why you don't get those animal sightings in your yard. They're scared to death to come in.
And Sunday, same deal. It's going to be just a scorcher, right around 90 degrees. Both Saturday and Sunday, 90 and sunny. So I'm going to tell everybody right now, you come over my house unannounced, and you walk around the backyard, you're going to see it. I'm just putting that out there right now.
Around the backyard.
Call first.
Around
Butt-ass.
the backyard.
Congratulations to Chris Pelkey last night, getting the win, a late model win, 75 lapper at Thunder Road. This guy is amazing. Mid-season championships at Thunder Road. Chip Grenier from Orange right behind him. Stephen Donahue in third. Scott Dragon 4. Cooper Bouchard from Heinsberg rounding out the top 5 last night at Thunder Road. What a great night for racing. I'm telling you, we are so lucky that we were able to have Caden Fisher on the air with us here at Aired Out.
Yes, we are.
Because this kid is, I don't know how old he is now, 13, 14, something like that.
I think he's younger than that, but I'm not positive.
He is absolutely destroying things at Thunder Road.
Yeah, he's doing great.
He won last night, again, 50 laps. Little Caden Fisher from Shelburne, Vermont. I mean, this kid is unbelievable. And driving a Tiger. Sam Karen from Milton, second. Cameron Ouellette from Barrie, third. Chris LaForest from Barrie, fourth. And Justin Prescott from Williston rounded out the top 5.
And while we're talking about racing, let's say that we recently posted a benefit and an event that will take place in Morrisville for Peyton Landfair. There are stickers, hats, things like that for sale now. Prior to, it's going to be $25 minimum donation.
Yes.
There'll be food, music.
Mark
Shelton will be performing, and there's going to be other music as well. For those of you that don't know, Mark is an Elvis impersonator, sings, does all of that stuff, and is pretty freaking amazing at it.
Top 20 Elvis impersonators in the world.
Yes.
And he lives right here in Vermont.
Amazing.
And if you missed him on Aired Out, you should go back and watch that episode.
But Peyton is young, just 21 years old, and fighting a very long, hard, fierce battle.
Stage 4 cancer.
And yes, and she needs our help. Local, they live in Waterbury now. Her mom grew up here in Barrie. We were neighbors. It's yeah. I can't even fathom.
Our prayers are with not only their family, but all of their friends. And please know this. We are going to hammer that event as much as possible here at Aired Out. And we'll do all we can to support everyone up there in Morrisville. 35 laps for the street stocks last night. Josh Lovely from Williamstown got the win. Dean Switzer Jr. from Waterford, Vermont. There's another one, man. I'm telling you, if you're not watching the number 16 street stocks, you're missing out, because this kid is just red hot. Taylor Hoare, third from South Hero. There's another one that we've had on Aired Out. William Hennequin from Morrisville was fourth, and Kyler Davis from Berlin rounding out the top 5 last night.
And then Frank Putney
Yeah.
took
Junkyards.
first in the junkyards.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a super
What
good
is it?
shit. You know,
Frank. Hold on, I'll get it. Barbie doll. Putney.
yes,
I think is his. Isn't that his?
he has a pink car.
Yeah.
I know that. Yeah, and I know he gave away. He and Sean McCarthy and all
Yes.
those. They raised some serious hell, and
Now,
I don't know if you've watched some of the little videos that they do.
Post him up.
If you haven't, you have to. They are hysterical.
Please
hysterical.
post them. Post away. And McCarthy, post them up.
Yeah, they great group of guys, and Frank's
Now,
a great guy. I've known his family for literally my entire life.
And that's
my
Putney's Garage.
Putney's, and my uncle Everett and Bob, Frank's father, have been best friends their entire life, and yeah, whenever I need anything in that realm,
Yeah.
that's who I call always, and Frank is always there to rescue me, and there have been plenty of times.
I know.
Yeah,
I
he
know.
he actually just got the contract for the city, so he does
for him.
the towing for the police department and the winter bands and all of that kind of stuff.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Ryan Foster second, Jamie York third, Neil Foster fourth, and Taylor Sayers from right here from Barrie, rounded out the top 5 last night. So yeah, it was a great night for racing, no doubt about it. Real quickly, we just want to tip our hat to one of our sponsors, Associated General Contractors of Vermont, one of our presenting sponsors. If you've been looking to get back into the workforce, if you're ready for a career move, you want to start climbing that ladder again, they do it all. Hospitality, architecture, manufacturing, the service industry, healthcare, truck driving, engineering, police, fire, construction, name it. I dare you. You name it. And Associated General Contractors will probably say, yep, we do that too.
right.
Because they're involved with all of this, even retail.
And Dick's actually going to be coming soon to join us for a show and just talk about a few things.
When Dick Wabi walks in here and we all step into Wabi's world and close the door behind
That's
us.
what it is to Wabi's world.
It is
Yeah.
a completely different planet. Mm-hmm. And I don't know what the hell happens.
No.
Who needs to, I say this seriously, who needs to sit around and puff on one of those funny little twisted white cigarettes when you can just hang out with Dick Wabi for a little while?
Right.
He'll take you there.
Right.
He'll take you there.
Yeah.
You won't know what hit you.
So true.
You will wake
So
up the
true.
next day saying, what was
the
that?
hell happened?
Who-
What happened?
Who am I? Where was I?
Yeah.
He's such a great guy. So funny. agcvt.org. Right on Grave Street in Montpelier. Their phone, 802-223-2374. Or you can just hop on the web, Vermont Construction Jobs. I'm going to say it again, VermontConstructionJobs.com. And tell Dick Wabi that we sent you and that we were making all kinds of fun of him on the air.
Yes.
Okay. Veggie Van Gogh going on till 10:30. Don't forget, today is National, Raylene, Fragile X Awareness Day today.
Fragile X.
Mm-hmm. We're going to explain.
I'm not sure what's fragile about my ex, but okay.
No. X, like Generation X.
All right. I'm just making sure. Because,
God.
ooh,
Oh.
there's no fragile about it. Sorry.
Yeah. Can we talk about your ex right now? Can we go there?
Well, probably not. That's probably not a great idea.
You sure about that?
I'm positive.
All right. I'll ask you next time. I promise you I will.
Okay, you can give it a whirl.
All right. Piss off then.
Is that any way to end a show?
Piss off is a loving way, if you're from the UK, of saying carry on with your day and have a wonderful...
Are you going to tell everybody that you dropped the camera because you jumped over the desk before you said that shit to me?